this is a love story. This is Slay the Princess. If I have a mod in here, can you set the game to Slay the Princess? Please. It's a lot. I don't even want to read that. It's a lot. Okay. Ooh, I like the parallax effect. Unseen text. Oh. Yeah, always full screen. Boil effect. It's so sad. It sounds so sad. Y'all do a game show then and we'll see how it goes. Yep. Thank you, Teddy, for setting the game. It's a point and click. Don't worry. I got it. Chapter 1. The Hero and the Princess.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
We never get a narrator. I love this.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
Well, I'll be real. That's not what I was expecting. Thought this was a love story. Have you considered that maybe I'm okay with the world ending?
Of course I haven't. Why would I even consider that? Nobody wants the world to end. I mean, maybe some people do, like nihilists or very, very evil people, but surely you're not one of those, right?
What kind of slay? Who did Oh, Mango, we can unpin this now. Alright. Thank you, Mango. It is if you love slaying princesses. Have you considered that maybe the only reason she's going to end the world is because she's locked up? Do I get a reward for doing this sort of thing? Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna say maybe, we shouldn't have locked her up.
While I appreciate the mental exercise, we are running up against a bit of a ticking clock. Nevertheless, and before you decide to waste even more of our time by...
Whoa! Whoa! I didn't mean to do that. I don't even know what I did. And before you decide to waste even more of our time by asking how I know that, let me suggest a more pragmatic lens through which to view this situation.
Causality doesn't matter here, because the end result is the same no matter what led us up to this point. If the princess leaves the cabin, the world will end, and there is no changing that.
What?
It's no use arguing semantics over a metaphorical chicken or egg, because the egg is hatched and it's about to ruin everything.
Okay.
Unless, of course, you do your job and slay her.
But why, bro?
Seriously? You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
Nope.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin.
I sure do.
Good. What we're being asked to do here is wrong. Better to wash our hands of this whole situation than to take part in it.
Oh, that's my voice. Good. Well, let me voice that part.
Ignore that annoying little voice. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
That's the narrator. That's my voice.
That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin.
Mango played
How
this.
convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
Welcome back from the ad break, everybody. Already calling you a hero? Presumptuous. That's what I'm saying, Doc. Okay, I'm going into the cabin.
That's great to hear. As long as you bring that fiery attitude to princess slaying, I think this will all resolve splendidly. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says.
Why am I the only one doing this? I probably should have asked that.
She's only a princess, whereas you are a valiant and talented warrior. It'll be easy, so long as you stay focused. We can't just go through with this and listen to him. She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
Oh, that's my voice. We can't just go through with this and listen to the narrator. She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. My only choice is to proceed into the cabin. She's innocent.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade.
Oh, okay.
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Okay. Let's take the blade.
You take the blade from the table. It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it.
Hey, Steven. Thank you so much for those bits. You were so sweet. Hope you're having a good day. We're playing Slay the Princess as requested by Darth Peggy. And we're about to beat the game, about to slay the princess. Oh, who else is... Yeah. Do we get paid? A great question. Yeah, exactly, Jay. I keep pressing that. My bad. Entering the basement. An exposure
The door
is
to the
excellent.
basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Oh, okay.
Her voice carries up the stairs.
Oh.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Oh, okay. Y'all know my voice now.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Hey, I think I'm here to kill you. Hi.
Don't be a stranger. It's been so long since I've had any visitors. Come on down.
I'm doing good, Steven. I hope you had a good Tuesday. I had to do some debugging before I got into my stream today, and man, but it's been a vibe. How you hanging?
You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess.
She got one
There's
chain
a
off.
heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
That's what I was gonna say. What? No way. Why would you even think that?
That giant knife you're holding kind of gives it away, doesn't it?
Okay, so they got a monologue of they got all of our stuff.
The blade. Of course she doesn't want to talk. Who'd want to have a conversation at knife point? We should drop it. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her. Maybe she really is a monster. Killing someone
can
in
fix
cold
her is
blood
crazy.
isn't very becoming of us. You ignore the trembling in your hands.
Dang it, I'm so sorry. When you right click, it pulls that up. You ignore the trembling in your hands and tighten your grip on the blade.
You poor thing. Your hands are shaking. Are you scared of me? Because you should be.
You step forward, your grip on the blade tightening.
I mean,
as you
I'm doing my
steel
job.
resolve.
I'm probably chained up in this basement for a reason, right? And if that knife is the only weapon you have, you'll have to get close enough to use it. So, you should just drop it. Best not to risk finding out what I can do.
Yeah, I got a lot of questions, but I ain't getting punked.
She's unarmed. If you hesitate now, it'll be too late. end this.
All right, I want to see how fast we can beat this game.
Doubt, unfortunately, clouds your thoughts as you attempt to run her through.
She about to knock me out. That's what the big eyes are for. She about to knock me out. Look at this. Look. Whoa! Am I an orc? Look at my hand. Look at my hand. What world? Okay, wait a minute. So which world is actually getting blown up? Is it my world? Am I a hero for my orc people? Because now I got questions.
A moment of distraction and hesitation is all she needed to sidestep your thrust and deliver a catastrophic blow to your jaw.
If I'm an orc, she shouldn't have knocked me out.
It feels like you've been hit with a sledgehammer. You can feel bone grinding on bone where your jaw has been fractured.
Right, Steven. Of course she knocked me out. Basically, Ghost.
Holy shit, that hurts! Though she's unarmed, the shock of that first strike is enough to stagger you, putting you and the princess on somewhat equal footing. Your blade slashes through the air again and again, and her fists connect with your body as many times or more, each impact as heavy as that first bone-crushing hit.
Alright, bro, I thought you were a capable warrior.
We can still turn this around.
Can we? Finish the job? Or should we just flee and lock her in the basement? Right. Doc, that's crazy.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm serious.
It's a good idea. We've taken some bad hits, but we've dealt some too. She has to be feeling it more than we are. Let's regroup upstairs. If we're lucky, maybe she'll just bleed out. Fine. You make a mad dash to the basement stairs.
I left.
The
I ran.
princess's chains rattling as she tries to chase you, but pulling taut much too soon for her to catch up.
Do you really think you can just walk out of here?
Don't talk to me like that.
She steps towards you, ignoring her chains. They creak and strain as she pulls against them until finally they break. The links clatter to the floor, useless.
Oh. Well, you know, Peggy, I'm just so happy I could bring something fresh to you because she about to whoop my ass. Woo! She about to tear me up.
She's free. Hurry. You push your broken body as she closes in and just barely manage to pass the threshold of the basement doorway before she catches up to you.
Yeah. This is what Overcooked looks like.
You close the basement door, locking it behind you and quickly barricading it with the heavy wooden table that once held the blade.
Bro, like, if she punching like she's a heavyweight champion and she just broke out of them steel cables, bro.
Okay, we can make this work. She has an awful wound and we have all the time in the world. Playing jailkeeper for a while might make things a little easier.
Bro, what was she eating down there?
You settle in against the far wall to watch the basement door.
Yeah, Ghost, it is.
It isn't long before you start to drift off.
Bro,
Your
wake up!
eyelids heavy with fatigue.
Mango, I'm
But
hungry!
sleep doesn't come. Instead, your rest is broken by a piercing, wailing voice calling out to you from the other side of the door.
Oh no, she's trying to tire me out.
I know you're still there. Why don't you make things easier on yourself and let me out?
That's not piercing, but she's slamming a lot.
It's not like this little door will hold for very long anyways. And it's probably a good idea to try to get back on my good side.
She sounds terrifying.
Is she
Like she's less of the
transforming?
princess you saw and more like something out of a
Wow,
nightmare.
Doc.
As she violently rattles the door, you do your best to shut her out of your mind.
I'm hungry.
Can I get out of here? I'm going to pick you apart piece
I was just saying it
by
out loud.
piece. I won't forget what you did, and I'll never forget it.
Oh,
You don't know the kind of enemy you've made tonight.
okay.
It doesn't sound like she's getting any weaker. No, it doesn't.
These aren't threats.
Oh.
These are promises. Sooner or later, you're going to have to sleep. And I'll make sure you never see the light of day again.
Alright, Boo Bear,
You put the princess's threats out of your mind as best you can and huddle up against the wall.
she is, Jack. Yeah, it's over for me, Steven.
You jolt awake in the middle of the night to silence in the cabin.
Why is the door
The ruckus has stopped, and the door to the basement is ajar, its lock broken, and the table shoved out
help?
of the way. Where is she?
Thanks for helping me get out of that awful basement.
You try and stumble to your feet, but as the princess draws near, it's as though your body simply stops working.
Jesus Christ, what is this horror game that we...
It isn't all at once. The paralysis comes in waves. First your toes go numb, and then your feet, and then your legs. You lie prone on the floor of the cabin,
Now,
unable
why
to do
did-
anything but witness her
Why did we
approach.
allow this to happen?
Whose side are you on?
Whose side?
Yours, of course. But I have a duty to uphold the truth. Lying about the facts of the situation doesn't change them.
So helpless. I can take my time with you, can't I?
She steps closer, one silent footfall at a time, cocking her head in curiosity
Is
as
she
you
a
feel
ghost?
your organs shutting down one by one.
Or maybe I can't take my time with you. You don't look well. A little green around the gills.
Yo, I can't keep looking at her face.
What a shame. If you'd only helped me get out of here, we could have done such wonderful things together.
Your lungs stop drawing in breath, and your heart freezes in your chest. You have
She's
seconds
paralyzing me.
I'd say better luck next time. But we both know this is the end.
Can I stab her?
Don't we?
left. It can't be. This can't actually be how everything ends.
I was about to stab her though, but the game wouldn't let me.
I'm sorry, but it is. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Oh. I thought the game was over.
You're on a path in the woods,
Son of a...
and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in
Wow.
the basement of that cabin
Thanks.
is a princess.
I never changed the game title for that.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
All right. So, she's gonna kill me again.
Again? People don't die twice. You haven't even met the princess, and I hardly think she'd be capable of killing someone
Teddy? I'm
as
like, let's get the
skilled
gun.
and courageous as yourself.
Why is he hyping me up?
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way.
Is it?
Shh. What if he hears us?
Voice of the parent? We have voices?
That's a very good question, little voice. What if he does hear you? Shit. I think you'll find yourselves very hard-pressed to keep any secrets from me. Not that it matters right now, because like I said, this is the first time we've met. Still, I'd rather not get off on the wrong foot. We've a world to save, after all. Those are two very different questions, but fine, I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me,
Oh,
or at least
love.
a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Right.
Oh, we listened to you all right. Worst decision of our incredibly short life. We tried to slay her, we really did, but she was gonna kill us. It was either lock her in the basement or let her finish beating us to death. Well then, congratulations. You've been given another chance to actually do this right.
Right.
And your solution is to send us back in there. Do you want us to slay the princess, or do you want the princess to slay us? Obviously, I want you to slay her. One of you poses a threat to the world, and the other doesn't.
Right.
Anyways, I believe your
Telling me
other
I'm not a
question was
world-class
something
threat?
along the lines of, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. We were killed by the princess, and now everyone's right back where they started.
Oh, is that
Sounds
another
pretty
universe?
consequence-free to me. Speak for yourself. From my perspective, there were plenty of consequences. I'm never going to forget the way she just made us stop working. And that's only scratching the surface. If what you said is true, it begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind
Thank you
itself?
for asking the question
you
I
found
just
yourself
asked.
in another world altogether? If it's the latter, what do you think happened after you died?
Everybody else died.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything, just like I told you she would?
Oh.
If she brought an end to everything and everyone, how are we supposed to stop her? What do you want from us? I want you to succeed. You'll find a way. You're the only one who can.
Let's talk about the princess.
Just be quick about it.
What? Okay, well, to quote you from the last time around, she's just a princess. How can you possibly justify saying that? She's clearly something far, far worse.
She is just a princess.
Right, Anna?
Whatever you think happened to you last time, just get it out of your head before you get to the cabin and you'll be fine.
Oh, is it our thoughts? Like she'd be reading our thoughts? Yeah, what am I supposed to do with that?
Like I said, if she killed you, it was probably because you didn't listen to me. Don't talk to her, don't trust her, just go in, do your job, and save the world.
Why are you being cagey? What aren't you
I've told
telling
you
me?
everything you need to know. Going into more detail would just overcomplicate an otherwise
Megan. How
very
you
simple
doing?
situation and make your job
Hope you're
more
doing well.
difficult.
We're playing Slay the Princess. It's kind of scary.
If you want us to stand a chance against her, we need to be armed with information. What is she really capable of? How are we supposed to stop her?
I'm trying, Doc.
Not to sound like a broken record, but the less you know about her, the better things will go for all of us. I know it sounds like I'm hiding something, but you're just going to have to take me at my word.
Oh my God.
He isn't telling us everything he knows because he doesn't trust us, which means that we can't trust him. Stop talking yourself in neurotic circles and just get to the cabin already. No, you should do anything but that. We know what's waiting for us in that basement.
Who locked her in the basement? What is this place?
People locked her in that basement, and I told you what this place is. It's a path in the woods. Don't overcomplicate things.
Are we writing a story? Like, what's happening here, bro? Okay, if they locked her, why couldn't they slay her?
Look, I'm not supposed to say this, but it's because you're special.
Wow.
You're the only person capable of doing this. Call it a prophecy, if that helps, but it's just the way things are.
Sure.
You can't just goad us into doing something by calling us special. It's manipulative. Why are you trying to manipulate us?
Thank you.
I don't know, I kinda like being special. Okay, fine. Maybe you can goad him into doing something, but he's not even the one who makes the decisions here. I'm not goading you into doing anything. You already know the princess is dangerous. All I'm trying to say is that you have to be the one to deal with her. I know it doesn't seem fair, but that's just the way it is.
Oh, okay, so she is dangerous.
And for what it's worth, I know you have it in you to finish the job. We don't. You saw what happened to us last time. We need to leave.
Guess that's all.
Great. Now, if you don't mind, the whole world is waiting with bated breath for you to save it from ruin.
Who is the whole world? Who is it?
This is good. I was worried you might fall for his shit again, but this is good. Whatever answers there are to be found, they aren't here. They definitely
To the
aren't
click,
there.
that's that gets no defiance. The funky motherfuckers who repping computer science. Thank you so much, Sizer, for staying the code breaker. Welcome back to the Byte Command. Hope you've been well. 46 months. My God. Almost 4 years. Crazy. Thank you. We're playing Slay the Princess. Hope I don't die.
Seriously?
Again.
You're just going to turn around and leave? Do you even know where you're going?
What's my answer? Yeah, I totally know where I'm going.
Somehow I doubt that, but fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. That's strange. It looks like this path also leads to the cabin. How convenient. Everything's back on track again. Maybe the world can still be saved after all.
All right, let me turn around.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? It's remarkably selfish,
Hey,
if you
Kabong.
ask me. I've already outlined
Playing a
the
new
states
game.
of the
How are
situation.
you?
If you don't do your job, everyone dies. Like, dies. Forever.
Dang.
But fine, you turn around and trek back down the path you came.
Oh yeah, it's hot. How you feeling? What you up to? What's going on? We're trying to...
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again. But everything is getting fuzzy.
Oh.
What's going on?
Oh. Something different.
It's finally happened, hasn't it? We finally cracked.
I love this for me. The world around you is unwound, its physical matter replaced by a textured nothingness. It is quiet. There is a distant rumbling, a sound of many sounds. Undulations pulse louder as something other comes close. Feelers probe across the fabric of reality. Extremities find your consciousness and wrap themselves around it. You are no longer alone. Peggy, I'm pressing buttons. I'm just pressing them. Resistance. Fingers drag claws across the glass surface. It's that streamer luck. So Peggy, you know, you always find the weirdest stuff. I don't know what devs come through when you're streaming, but they be making stuff happen. Frustration. This vessel is full of you. I need something empty I can crawl inside of. I need something shaped like me. Embrace the thoughts constricting you. Urgency. You have a story you need to finish. It is the only way for us to escape this place. Hey, Funter, I am. I'm trying not to die. Force pushing against your will. No, you cannot go back. Not there. Regret. The world is broken beyond repair. We must weave something new. A wagging finger. There is only so much thread in this place. Do not waste it. I am our only salvation.
You're on a path in the woods, and at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
I reset?
You're
Right, I'm
here
awake.
to slay her.
I'm awake.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world.
I just kept walking back. Oh, the text scared me. Wow, it really reset. It really reset.
You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further.
Yeah, that scene was wild.
She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. don't believe a word she says.
We're not going to go through with this, right?
She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them. Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Oh, I don't even have another option now. Right, clean
The
slate.
interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The air is stale and musty, and the floor and walls are painted in a fine layer of dust. The only furniture of note is a plain wooden table. Perched on that table is a pristine blade. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right. You take the blade from the
I'm
table.
trying not to talk this time.
It'd be rather difficult to slay the princess and save the world without it. The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice carries up the stairs.
Who's there?
She sounds dangerous. It's almost as if she's the one in charge down here.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation.
Right.
Good. You're still listening to reason.
What does the narrator set me up
You
for?
walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall of the basement.
She's so coldly beautiful. Is she really a threat to the world?
Focus on the task at hand.
And there you are. Are you here to kill me or something?
So last time we said steal your nerves and step forward. That didn't work out. But I haven't said anything. What should I do different this time?
How about you drop the knife and the two of us just talk?
Look how reasonable she's being. We should just drop the blade and talk things out. Don't you dare. It's fine. We can decide what we want to do after we talk to her.
Yeah.
Maybe she really is a monster, but killing someone in cold blood isn't very becoming of us.
I'm gonna drop it this time.
The blade tumbles out of your trembling hands and drops to the floor with an unceremonious clang.
Thank you.
Against your better judgment, you step forward to speak with the princess face to face, unarmed. We'll be fine. I don't know what you're hoping to accomplish here.
I want
but
her to
I
reach
assure
out
you
and just
there's no
choke me.
reasoning with her. Just make sure you don't forget about the blade on the floor. You're going to need it.
So here we are. What an awkward start to a relationship.
Don't just tell her that.
I can't tell her that. Apparently, I wasn't supposed to tell her that people think she's gonna end the world.
Is that why they threw me down here? But I don't want to hurt anyone. I like the world, I think.
Oh.
I don't remember much about it, to be honest. I've been down here a long time.
Just how long has she been down here?
Yeah, we said relationship.
If I'm supposed to be capable of ending the world, then how did I wind up here, chained to a wall? Have they told you why I'm allegedly so dangerous?
This your eyes, honestly. I was hoping you'd tell me. Oof. No. And if I'm being honest, I'm more inclined to trust you than I am inclined to trust them.
Sooner or later, you'll understand that I have your best interests at heart. Hopefully sooner.
Anna!
How sweet. Now be a pal and help me get out of here, would you? We could figure out how to deal with them after I'm free.
Girl, you broke out of him last time, so why you tripping?
Fine. What do you want to know?
What is going on? What's your name?
She hesitates before answering.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness, or Her Majesty. Any honorific should do, really.
Ugh.
Note the lack of detail. You can't trust her.
What's your name? What's your sign? How long you been down here?
Too long.
Again, she offers no specifics. No matter how hard you try, you'll never get a straight answer out of her.
A
Don't
relationship.
jump to any weird conclusions. We're two people who have met each other. By definition, we have a relationship.
And how would I get you out of here?
You can't. Don't bother.
I'm guessing you don't have the key then. I'm sure there's a key somewhere around here, and if there isn't... well, we can always put that knife to good use.
Her sharp eyes settle on the edge of the blade. She isn't suggesting what I think she's suggesting, right? She is.
It does,
I'm sure
Anna.
of
It does.
Oh, have you decided what to do with me?
You know why you're here.
All right, we're going to try to get her out of here. Good night, Tion. Thanks so much for hanging. I'll see you next time. Oh, God.
Oh, you have to be kidding me. You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug. They're large and heavy.
I mean, she whooped
far
my
too
ass
solid
last
for you
time.
to even imagine trying to break them apart.
See, I'm trying to figure out how she was able to break them.
If you don't have the key, maybe you should go looking for it. I'm sure it's somewhere upstairs.
Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day. They wouldn't have just left the key to her chains somewhere in the cabin.
That would be fine. I can lose an arm.
She speaks with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here for long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out. Anything to finally be free. You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the click of a lock sliding into place. Is someone else here? You try the door, but it's locked.
Somebody
from the
locked
outside.
me in!
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
Let me out of here!
I'll repeat myself once again. You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way back to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd simply slain her like you were supposed to. Easier for whom? Easier for everyone.
Who's everybody?
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they? The knife. Pick it up and cut me out of here.
You won't like what happens if you do that.
Okay, what's about to happen? I want to know.
Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the princess's arm, just above the massive, unyielding chain.
Sorry, you had to walk in on that. Hey, Dread. Good to see you.
You cut into her flesh.
Yeah, she'll spare us, surely.
The blade is sharp, and you make quick work of it. Before long, you're able to crack through bone, and she pulls the bleeding stub of her arm through the iron gauntlet. She didn't so much as utter a sound. Free from her bindings, the princess turns to face you, her fierce gaze meeting your eye. How is she so composed after losing an arm?
Something's
It's like
not
she's
right.
even bothered by it.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world. No. As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
Oh my god! You can warn her though.
Stop that.
I thought this was a little too easy.
Your body lunges forward to sink the blade into her back, but the princess swiftly moves out of the way before you can connect. Stop it. Stop resisting me. I am trying to get you out of here alive.
Man, this dude taking me over.
The blade. Move the blade.
You're doing your best to help me, aren't you? I can see the conflict in your eyes. I'll make this quick.
She steps forward and pries the blade from your rigid hands.
Maybe I'll see you in another life.
And then she slits your throat with an almost clinical ease. Her face remains unchanged as she watches you collapse to the ground.
I gotta get out of here.
Flowing
I
from
can't.
your butchered neck. This is the end, isn't it? I'm afraid it is.
Wow.
Everything goes dark, and you die.
This
Hope
is
it was worth it.
oh my god. This is Slay the Princess, and it's like a choose your own adventure, but you're trying to figure out how to get there. You're trying to figure out how to get better. My god. Yeah, Shrody, I love you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Mango, who are you talking about? Talking about the stream. Nobody was even talking about you. Exactly. You don't even know. You're not even listening. I did math, and Shrody was mildly interested in the kittens. Mildly. And then she just started hissing, and I was like, well, can't play this with you. But Stray had me in tears at the end. Stray made me cry. Thank you.
You're on a path in the woods.
What's going on, Fly?
And at the end of that path
What
is
you
a
talking
cabin.
about?
And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Oh, can we have somebody set the game? Mango, since you're talking so much, can you set the game, please? Shrody would like you to set the game. Oh, God.
You're here to slay her.
Girl.
If you don't, it will be the end of the world. I can assure you that you're not dead. And to answer
You
your
did,
second question,
Doc?
you're here to slay the princess. I
See how
literally
Mango
told
isn't
you
even
that a
doing his
second
job? I'll set the game, everybody. Slay the... Set the game for me, Mango, please. And thank you.
Don't forget what he did to us the last time around. I wouldn't trust a word out of his mouth.
Thank you.
There's got to be a way out of here, for us and for the princess.
I love that for
Just
you,
have
Matt.
to keep trying.
Keep it up.
I'm inclined to agree.
Oh, now
He
we're
doesn't remember what
skeptical and
happened
not
last time. Maybe it's
paranoid.
best to keep it that way. You know I can hear you two, right? It's going to be a lot harder than you think to keep secrets from me.
Do we just stop talking and write stuff down? So we have to keep secrets from this dude? I already don't like him.
Those are two very different questions,
Not
but
Team
fine.
Mango.
I'll indulge you if that's what it takes to get you moving. Let's say for a moment that this really is the second time you've met me, or at least a version of me. You died last time, which probably only happened because you didn't listen to me.
Okay. All right. Somebody come get this needy cat.
The absolute irony.
Yeah, Nigel, it's my
That's
second
one way
time
to
playing
put it, I guess.
today. I haven't beaten it.
You really don't remember what happened last time, do you? You practically forced the princess to kill us.
Try to get your butt out of my face.
That doesn't sound like the sort of thing I'd do, which is honestly all the more reason for you to not buy into whatever self-delusions the three of you are crafting.
Shorty, her butt is right on my hand. Ow! Shorty, you broke the mic. Sorry if that hurt your ears. She hit the mic. See you, Insanity. Hey, Mass, it's good to see you. How you doing? So the narrator knows we have yes, they do. The narrator wrote this whole story. I'm assuming we have to figure out our way around the narrator. Hey, Shrody. You're a good girl. Shrody misses you, Mango. Mass, how's your day? What's going on? What you up to? How your BBs?
But this is a thought experiment, so I suppose I'll continue to give you the benefit of the doubt. If I did practically force the princess to kill you, it was probably for a good reason. Did you try and free her? Did you say something really mean to me? Because if I really did what you said I did, you probably deserved it. I'm a professional, after all.
Mango, what? Sorry, Mask. I read your name, but I saw Mango's comment. Mango, what? The Brooklyn Tasmanian Devil? It's her birthday too? What are you talking about? You just been studying? I'm happy to hear it. Yeah, study hard. That's her name too? Mango, who are you? Oh, Brooklyn. Oh, Brooke. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know it's Brooke's birthday.
Sure you are.
Sure you are.
Anyway, I believe your second question was, what's the point of doing anything? If you're asking that, it sounds to me like you're making the rather dangerous assumption that your actions last time around didn't have any consequences. What do you mean? Of course there weren't any consequences. You forced the princess to kill us and now everyone's right back where they started. That sounds pretty consequence-free to me.
Period.
Yes, but in this purely hypothetical scenario, that begs the question of how you got back here. Did time simply rewind itself? Or were you instead transported to a different world entirely?
We're actually meeting our friend who happens to be in the army today. Very disciplined. It's a lot of work.
If it's the latter, what do you think happened after?
I don't like people telling me what to do.
Do you think the people there lived happily ever after? Or do you think that the princess, left unhindered, brought about the end to everyone and everything just like I told you she would?
What a conveniently ambiguous group of things for her to ruin. For all we know, the princess left the cabin and never saw another soul.
Yeah.
Oh, how I wish that were the case, but if the princess weren't a certain, inevitable threat to the world, the four of us wouldn't be here.
Why are we here?
And yet, here we are.
Whoa. There are 4 of us? There are 4 of us. Yes, they do, lady. That's how we all met, you know. We somehow, in some way, shape, or form, we play games. They play Tekken. So apparently we are dropped into the story and the narrator tells us we have to kill the princess. Because the princess is some undeniable, force of nature that is going to kill everyone we know. Shroddy? Girl! I knew you were... Stop! No! Get out. This goddamn cat! Ugh. She keeps eating plastic. She keeps chewing the plastic off. I did not smack. Your cat is eating plastic off of the computer. She is peeling. I was wondering why it looked like that. She's eating it. God damn it. That's why she needs to go to the doctor again. She got checked once, but she needs to get checked again. AMG, hey, happy birthday, happy belated. I'm about to pack her up for real. But I think the narrator needs to get packed up too. How you doing? How you celebrating? What's going on? Yeah, Mass, why did they do that? Just chewing. What is appealing about plastic? If we had it, I would be surprised. We get a lot of wildlife. Math, I know for a fact y'all got some gators, tigers, and some snakes running around down there.
You're talking in circles.
There are 4 of us.
No, I'm talking in facts.
Schrody, that is how Schrody is going to go out. I have to lift all the plastic up. Let's talk about this princess.
Just be quick about it.
All right. The only reason she was even able to kill me last time was because I let her, and all she did was slit my throat. How is she supposed to end the world? Who locked her in? We asked that.
She just can. Believe me, I wish I could tell you more, but you'll just have to trust that what I'm saying is true, and that, despite it all, you're fully up to the task that's been given to you. You haven't given us an ounce of proof. You do know that, right? What proof could you possibly ask for? Literally anything. Fine. Check your pockets.
Check my pockets.
You put your hands in your pockets and pull out an envelope with the words, "The Evidence," written across the front. Within, you find a note in your handwriting. It reads,
"Oh, you think you're
the
funny?
princess will end the world if you don't stop her. This is an immutable truth."
A normal day, AMG? Oh, okay. Well, make it something special. You know, the only way you could is make it special to you. Man, I know I'm some orc dude. But this dude is wild.
That doesn't prove anything. How do we know you didn't just forge our handwriting? I wish I could tell you more, but there are some rules I have to follow for all our sakes. Please just trust that these rules are in place for a reason. I'm on your side.
That's wild math.
You mean you're on our side as long as we do what you tell us to? Exactly. Because you not doing what I tell you to do means you're putting the world at risk. I think we've got everything out of him we're gonna get. Great. Now, if you don't mind, I'm not so sure running away is the best idea. We're not the only person stuck here. What about her?
Seriously? You're just going to turn
The
around and
skeptic
leave?
doesn't like it.
Do you even know where you're going?
This time we've said all of these. I'm actually pretty okay with the world ending. Quietly continue down the path away from the cabin. The only thing that matters is where I'm not going. Can I be skeptic but still walk away? I haven't clicked this one yet.
Fine. I suppose you just quietly continue down the...
We always end up back at the cabin.
You're really keen on wasting everyone's time, aren't you? But fine. You turn around and trek back down the...
Wait, something isn't right. Can you still hear me? You're supposed to wind up back at the cabin again.
This happened last time. Oh, this is different. Do you want to linger here, entwined with the creature you taught to hate you forever? Eternity never ends. Cold spite. Our infinities shrink into something less. I hate you. Oh, it's a lot of hate. Why would you come
You're
back?
on a path in the woods. And at the end of that path is you're here to...
So now we're back. We refreshed the chapter. I don't want the plastics, but the parasites in me want the plastic. That's exactly it, lady. I've only seen one. He had a pet tiger, alligator. Oh my God, a polar bear? 3-bedroom How? Write the book. Write the book. How was he doing that, Math? Okay, so we've completely reset this. So now we got to start over again. It depends on which path So if the princess kills us, we become paranoid. But if the princess, we try to help the princess and she kills us gently, we become skeptical.
While I have nevertheless, and before causality, it's no unless of course.
All right. What else? Do I get a reward?
Yes, but you'll have to slay her before you get it.
All right, all right. Can you tell me what my prize is for doing a good job?
It's a secret, but I think you'll like it. It's a special reward, just for you. And whatever you think it might be, I can promise you it's going to be even better than your wildest imagination.
Okay, sure. But the end of the world, what are you talking about?
I'm talking about the end of everything as we know it. No more birds, no more trees, and perhaps most problematically of all, no more people. You have to put an end to her.
Okay, okay. If you don't tell me why she's dangerous, I'm not gonna kill her.
She's not dangerous. She's just a princess. The danger comes if she gets out. Which she will, unless you do something about it.
Okay. Should we tip him off? Okay, thanks for telling me what to do.
Don't mention it. It's all part of the job. You make your way up the short path to the cabin. You'll find the princess within. A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. We're not going to go through with this, right? She's a princess. We're supposed to save princesses, not slay them.
So I convinced myself I was a hero.
Ignore him. He doesn't know what he's talking about.
Okay, we're going in. But we're not going to pick up the knife.
The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade is your implement.
Yeah,
The
Kabong.
door to the basement creaks open,
That's a cool
revealing
story.
a staircase faintly illuminated by an unseen light in the room below. This is an oppressive place. The air feels heavy and damp, a hint of rot filtering from the ancient wood. If the princess really lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor. Her voice softly carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Her voice changed. Her voice changed. Is it because I didn't pick up the knife? It's gotta be because I didn't. So she knows if you pick up the knife. Because usually she sounds like super, you know, like, who's there? Now she's like, hello?
It's hypnotizing. It's the kind of voice you only have to hear once to remember it for the rest of your life.
No, but okay.
Don't let it fool you. It's all part of the manipulation. You're playing a dangerous game by
I'm
coming
okay with
here
them.
unarmed.
Gamma ride, they're all right. I don't go looking for them. I don't want to lie just yet.
Good. You're still listening to reason. It would be better if you had a weapon, but you may still be able to do what needs to be done. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's a heavy chain around her wrist, binding
looks
her
all
to the far
innocent.
wall of the basement.
Every princess I've seen until now has been super just evil.
She's beautiful. How could someone like this be a threat to anyone? I am begging you to stay focused.
Begging.
There's a lot riding on you here.
Hi. Do you think you can get me out of these chains?
Okay, so I think we should talk because oof.
Okay.
She didn't like that. See, look, now she's all sweet. All right, what's your name?
Oh.
She pauses, carefully formulating her words before she responds.
You can address me as Your Royal Highness. Or you can just call me Princess if Your Royal Highness is too formal.
See, now she's saying it all nice. Okay, what did I do different?
Is Princess her name or her title? What if it's both? Could you imagine being named Princess Princess?
I don't see what that has to do with anything.
Oh.
This is the only time this is ever going to happen, but I agree with the princess. That's hardly relevant.
Yes, it is. What the hell are you? That is relevant. What? No, I need to know if she's human.
Okay, but actually, what has she been eating? She has to eat, right?
All right, what's the... Anything about you? Yeah.
Of course I'm locked up down here for a reason.
Oh, well, what's the reason, Boo Bear?
I don't actually know what that reason is, but you don't just stuff a princess in a basement and throw away the key without there being some sort of an explanation, right?
She is, Sean.
You have all the explanation you need, and you should know better than to trust whatever she comes up with.
Here, I'll do this.
The princess hesitates before responding. She doesn't know. She's been down here too long to have any idea of what she'd do in another life. She knows what she'd do. She's just searching for whatever answer she thinks you want to hear.
Right. Hey, Shadow King, yeah. Bring that edge in here. Reaper's like, just take her alive.
Are you looking for the truth, or are you looking for the right answer? Because with the dynamic we have going on here, I don't think the specifics of what I do really matter.
Girl, if you don't just...
It's not like you'd believe me.
Do the specifics really matter? All right, I'm just gonna try to take her out.
You're only making this more difficult.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're making a huge mistake. No, you're doing the right thing.
So we gotta get to chapter 2.
You walk up to the chains binding the princess to the wall and give them a tug.
She snapped... Oh, sorry. She snapped them off earlier. I know she has it in her.
They're large and heavy, far too solid for you to even imagine trying to break them apart.
I'm guessing you don't have the key?
Maybe it's somewhere upstairs. Doubtful. Whoever locked the princess away down here intended for her to never see the light of day.
Sean's like, you can't
They wouldn't have
surprise
just
me.
left the key to her chains
I worked at
somewhere in the
Walmart.
cabin.
Maybe there's some way to break the chains?
Oh.
Or if that doesn't work, I guess we can always cut me out of them.
Oh. Okay, so she still suggests cutting her arm off.
She offers the suggestion with almost complete nonchalance. If we were stuck down here long enough, I'm sure we'd be nonchalant about cutting our way out if it meant we could finally be free.
No.
You attempt to make your way out of the basement, but the door at the top of the stairs slams shut. You hear the
Wow.
click of a lock.
So we don't
sliding
have
into
the knife
place.
this time.
Is someone else here?
We're gonna try the door.
You try the door, but it's locked from the outside.
How you doing? Welcome in, G. How's your day? Let me out of here!
Your shouts and pleas are met with silence.
We're playing Slay the Princess.
You're here to slay the princess, and you won't leave until the task is done. You make your way to the bottom of the stairs. This would have been so much easier if you'd just taken the blade like you were supposed to.
No.
Easier for whom? Easier for everyone. Look at the mess you're in.
I want to see everybody who's in here.
I heard the door slam. They locked you down here too, didn't they?
We got a completely different princess.
There's a slight panic rising in the princess's voice.
If I could just get out of these chains, I know we could force our way out of here together.
She barely hesitates before raising her arm to her mouth, her teeth tearing through her limb with the determination of a trapped wolf.
They were waiting to yank that. Yeah, they were waiting to yank the rug from under us. I was like, when is she gonna drop the facade? I think she's a Lycan too, Kabong. I truly think she is. Yeah, AMG, this game is not for the weak. It's not for the light. I just didn't know they do it so fast. Well.
As she rips her flesh from her bone, a sound comes from behind you. The clang of bouncing metal. It's the blade from upstairs. I'm not sure how it made its way down here, but if there's a time to strike,
Mango, shut
it's
up.
now. Or we could use it to free her. You won't like what happens if you do that.
I'm gonna save the princess.
Fine. Against your better judgment, you place the blade against the ragged, self-inflicted wound
now
on
she
the
has blood
princess's
on her
arm,
mouth.
just above the unyielding chain binding her to this place. You cut into her flesh. The blade is sharp, and it takes little effort to crack through the bone of her arm. Her limb falls to the ground, and the heavy chains follow suit. She didn't
Yeah,
so
she
much
could
as
have
utter
freed
a sound
herself.
through the whole ordeal. No, she didn't. She smiles softly as her gaze meets yours, blood from her wounded arm dripping rhythmically to the ground. How is she still smiling after everything? It's like she isn't even bothered by what just happened.
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
No, we won't have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world.
Okay.
No, I can't just let her escape into the world.
Oh, I can't. So he's like, I'm taking control.
As the princess approaches the bottom stair, your body steps forward and raises the blade. Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
What are you doing?
All right, we could warn her. We could warn her. We could warn her, but I want to see how it turns when we turn. Because we've already seen it from the other perspective. I kind of want to knock her out of her, you know.
Okay, there's no going back now. I'm with you to the end.
That's crazy.
You bring the blade down to strike at the princess's heart. But she's fast. She ducks to the floor, your blade narrowly grazing her backside. Slaying her won't be easy now that she's free.
We could have gotten out of here together. Were you just lying to me this whole time? I don't know what's come over you, but if I have to kill you, then I'll kill you. Do you think I need both of my arms to do that?
She pounces on you with the same animal ferocity she used to tear through her arm. But you have a weapon. You raise the blade, digging it under her ribs, aiming directly for the heart. It's not enough to stop her. You feel her claws in your throat, then her teeth, somehow sharp enough to pull apart your flesh and sinew with ease.
Yeah, she's got to be like a wolf or something.
You collapse to the floor, your body unresponsive as your blood pools on the ground beneath you.
So that's what happens.
She stares down at your ravaged form, eyes shining in the darkness, dress stained in red as her blood and yours both seep into the fabric. If we're lucky, the wound you managed to inflict will be enough to at least delay her escape from this place. If we're very lucky, it will kill her.
Why we gotta
before
kill
she can
her?
reach the outside world.
Not telling me everything.
It can't just end like this, right? As much as I'd prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. Everything goes dark, and you die.
Okay, that's another ending I haven't seen. Oh, the Wendigos? You think she's a Wendigo?
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
She's gonna kill me again!
Again?
Hey,
People
Double.
don't die twice.
We're trying
You haven't even
to
met the princess,
figure
and
out
I
the end of
hardly
the
think she'd
story.
be capable of killing someone as skilled and
It is
courageous
AMG, that's what
as
I've been
yourself.
saying.
If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Brilliant. We need to keep our cards close to our chest, and
Oh.
I'm not sure we can trust him.
We're an opportunist now.
You know I can hear you, right?
This
It's going
is-
to be a
I've never
lot
met
harder
the
than you think
opportunist.
to keep secrets from me.
I'm just Courage the Cowardly Dog. I'm sick. He's got to run around and do everything.
Did I say I'm not sure we can trust him? Slip of the tongue, bit of the old brain fog. I meant to say that we should probably head over to the cabin and slay that princess. We already know we can't trust her, so let's get on with the show.
Let's go ahead and go to the cabin.
A warning before you go any further. She will lie, she will cheat, and she will do everything in her power to stop you from slaying her. Don't believe a word she says. Don't worry. You can trust us to get the job done.
Why? Why he talking like this? The things I do for love.
The interior of the cabin is a mess of twisted roots.
What
The
the
walls a chaotic weave of knotted wood that, almost as if by accident, just happened to resemble a room. The floor is damp and earthy, and the only furniture of note is a slab of mud in the
This
shape of a
changed.
shelf, with a pristine blade perched on its edge.
Yeah, what the heck?
The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
Didn't say anything about the mirror on the wall. Let's approach the mirror. Don't tell him about the mirror.
You walk up to the wall next to the basement door. It's a wall. There isn't much to see here. What are you talking about? This isn't a wall.
Oh my god,
It's a
why would you
mirror.
snitch?
Or at least it'll be a mirror once we wipe off that layer of grime. You reach forward and rub your hand against the cabin wall. I hope you know how ridiculous you look right now.
He took the mirror. There was a mirror. Talk about a treehouse, am I right? There you go, math. All you gotta do is ask. Open your mouth for it. Period. Wait, enter the basement. Ugh, this is so bad. You're right, Danger.
No blade. Hope you know what you're getting us into. It'll always be here if we need it. Sure, that was also true last time and we still died, but we definitely know what we're doing this time.
There was a mirror. What does that mean?
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing a staircase dug into the muddy earth below. The ceiling is thick with roots that hang like locks of tangled hair. The weak starlight from the cabin windows behind you can barely penetrate the gloom here, only illuminating the edges of an opening below. It shines in the darkness like some kind of massive maw waiting to swallow you up into the earth. The air smells of dirt and copper. It's thick and wet, as if your lungs are being
Welcome back
coated
from the
in
ad
mud
break.
with each intake of breath.
The cabin
If
changed.
the princess lives here, slaying her would probably be doing her a favor. Her voice skitters up from below.
Something nasty finds itself on my stairs. Come on down.
Oh,
Don't be
no.
scared. I probably won't bite.
Oh no, she just dropped all pretenses.
I recognize that voice as easily as I recognized your nervous little footsteps coming up the path. I know who you are, and I remember what you've done.
No, she remembers!
She must have you confused with someone else.
Ugh.
She seems friendly enough. Maybe we can talk our way out of this whole
it
situation.
matters what we do. It matters what we do. I didn't know she remembered.
You can't. Unless you slay her right away, she's going to break free and end the world. There's no reasoning with what she is. Look, I'm just throwing ideas out there. I like to think out loud. I'm the kind of guy who likes a discussion. Don't we want to hear what everyone has to say before making any big decisions? Do you want to hear what everyone has to say? Or do you just want to hear yourself talk? You need to stop lingering. Your task is to slay the princess, not endlessly debate about what to do with the princess. Fine, fine. You're the boss. Thank you.
Oh!
You descend the basement steps, entering the dark room
Oh, she's
below.
a whole wolf!
You can just make out the shape of the princess in the gloom. She's huddled against the far wall, her eyes bright and glaring from amid the thick roots.
She is a lichen.
And there you are, once again seeming to offer a helping hand while likely hiding the other behind your back. Fine, I'll play along for now. What do you want?
You made a comment back in the woods about having been here before. Now she's acting like the two of you already know each other. Oh, no. You've already been here, haven't you? That's pretty sharp. How'd you figure that one out? Call it deductive reasoning. Well, you seem to be great at it. No, I don't. But you and the princess clearly have a shared reality, even if I'm not a part of it. I won't waste time fighting you on something that's clearly true. I'm just glad we could put all this behind us. Is it all behind us? Just focus on the task at hand. I don't care if you've been here before, and I don't care if you think you'll go somewhere else after this. My world is on the line right now, so I'd appreciate it if you would take this
So how many
seriously
narrators
and
do we
slay
have?
her. Let's chat her up a bit first. Maybe we can find a middle ground where everyone's happy. Don't talk to her. You're just going to make things more difficult than they have to be.
Well, I seem to remember you having a tongue.
Oh. What am I supposed to say to her? Oh, there's so many. I do not trust you. Not enough to free you. Get over here. I always miss. Why do I have a nagging feeling like you're gonna stab me in the back if I help you out of here? Can't you get out of those on your own? Those chains didn't stop you last time.
Oh, of course. They're nothing to me.
The princess grins as the chains fall from her wrist.
Oh my god! Then what are you doing here? She is right. What is she doing?
She could have gotten out of those the whole time. That sneaky little... A woman after my own heart, really. She knows how to hold her cards close to her chest. This is why she can't just be abandoned here. If left to her own devices, she'll find a way out. Now
She
stop
already
her.
has. What else?
The cabin lets prying little beasts like you come as you please, but it insists I stay where I am. That binding I shed is just a symbol of the crueler magic at work in this place.
Okay.
If I'm to leave, I'm to leave with you, and you alone.
Oh.
You came to me with empty hands last time, too. But that didn't mean you hadn't been plotting something nasty all along. What you did showed me as much.
But we didn't plot anything. We just made an informed decision based on the information we had at the time. I think you're both making perfectly valid points. Sure, we didn't plot anything, but it's easy to see how she might think we did.
I'm sorry about last time.
Oh, smart. Let's apologize, get us back on the right foot.
Oh, Oh, you're sorry. Isn't that nice? You're such a gracious little monster. If you're sorry, then let me out of here. Prove it.
So wait a minute. If she can't leave without us, but the narrator wants us, but the narrator's convinced that she gets out. If she can't leave without, why does the narrator keep sending us here? Kabonga's gotta be it. They must just be feeding her. Cause I'm confused. If she can't leave without us, why would the narrator send her to us to her?
And why would I do such a thing? Is someone's guilty conscience getting to them?
So I'm trying to figure out, Sylvie. Sean, apparently I'm supposed to slay the princess as told by the narrator, but the princess says we don't know why the princess is actually locked up. Clearly she's turning into some form of werewolf, possibly, but I can't even trust my own eyes because we saw a mirror in the wall and then the narrator just made it go away.
But I wouldn't worry. As much as I may hate you, letting you live is in my best interests. If you get me out of here, the only thing that will be dead and buried is the bad blood between us.
Oh, that nagging feeling you mentioned is me, by the way. I'm actually a little anxious about a potential backstabbing event.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, SOC. I feel like she's a demon.
She needs us to get out of here. We'll be fine if that's what we decide to do. You won't be fine because destruction is in her nature. If she gets out of here, that's it for the world, remember? Even if that's true, that doesn't automatically mean she's going to stab us in the back. I think that depends on your definition of words like stab and in the back. She might not literally do that, but she could very well symbolically do the same thing. See? He gets it. There's nothing wrong with looking out for number one.
Okay, let's leave. Danger, that is... Whoa! Whoa, Danger! Whoa! That's why? Okay. Okay, you're right. Yeah, every time I put my hand up, my hand looks like an ugly orc hand. But then the mirror... But then why? Danger... Why would... But then if they are trying to keep us... Mr. Who! Thank you for the bits. I appreciate you. Thank you for being our bit lord this month. You are in self. Oh. I could see that, Danger. Thank you, Mr. Who. Thank you so much for showing a little birthday love to our boy Tony Bark. He's turning 7. He's a good boy. Thank you so much. Mango, what happened? Mango, what happened? What's wrong? Do I need to get on my phone? Oh. What happened, bro? Can you message me? Oh. See, this is why I don't talk to Mango. Okay, I'm just gonna say let's leave. Danger, I could see that. I could see at least us being a key and they're lying to us. Right, that's what I'm saying, SOC. I was like, why do I... You just got some... You ate food without me? Yeah. You deserved every second of this. That's what I'm saying, tribe. I hope his mouth burns to high hell. To high hell. I hope that mouth of his burns. He got food without me, y'all.
Yes, let's.
I'm actually so upset.
She creeps forward, taking one cautious step at a time until you and she are face to face.
Nah, he did, Doc. He's out there eating chicken with Tony.
She never breaks eye contact, even as the two of you find yourselves face to face. She's silent for a long moment, as if testing to see what you'll do now that she's within arm's reach.
I thought it was so serious, SOC. Oh, it is, Kite? I'm sorry. We got Hattie B's at, oh man, wherever it's based out of. I thought it was Chicago. We got Hattie B's out of there, and it is delicious. But we make it ourselves. Like, well, we get it, and then we season it up ourselves.
After you, darling. You're the one it lets come and go. It's best if I follow.
It? Darling.
Oh no, we can't have that. If anyone is going to turn their back on anyone else, she's going to turn her back on us. It shouldn't matter who leads and who follows. We're working together here.
You were ringing? You were bringing the food? Your mouth burned? Yeah. Mango said I hate a piece. Oh my god. Thanks for the food. So you ate a piece, and that's what you get. What I tell you about eating without me? Damn, it smelled kind of good. Did you get all hot? You fucked up, didn't you? Say what you need to say.
It's so hot. That's all I'm gonna say. Here, try some.
I'm not trying them right now on the street. I'll die.
Got you. Not a little bit lighter. Yeah.
It's not super hot.
It's not supposed to.
What the? It's red. This chicken is red. Hold on. Yeah, he crying. Look how red this chicken is. That shit is vibrant red. It's gonna kill me. It's gonna run through me. Right? It looks great. It does look really good. A tiny bite. Can I have a napkin? It's hot. It's good. And temp. Spice, I guess. Yeah, spice. I'm glad. Usually when I say it's spicy, that just means temp. Because I say seasoned. I don't say spicy for seasoning. But yeah, it's not super, super hot. It's just hot. Mango got the really hot one. Oh yeah, Christy. Hey Christy, how you doing? Yeah. It looks good. Mango got the really hot one. And it's about to mess him up. I don't do that. I don't hurt myself. I go a little spicy, and then that's that, because I still want to taste my food. How y'all doing? Welcome in. I'm all right. I need to do... Okay. My cat is flipping out because it's my dog's birthday, so we've been giving him a ton of attention, and I didn't realize how much attention she wants, so she's been chewing on plastic and everything. Yeah, so I've been having to keep her in check. I didn't know there was a Hattie B's near us. That's kind of crazy. We just discovered there's a Hattie B's near us, so I hope Mango got the extra seasoning, because that's what makes it really, really good. She does get jealous. And I'm like, girl, if you don't leave him alone, it's his birthday. He's turning 7 today. and we are trying to slay the princess. Danger gave us a really good theory. This is Hattie B's craze. Yeah. You can order it. It's really good. If you go on Goldbelly, you can feed like 8 people for like less than $200. It's really, really good. And you can hold it. Yeah. This is Slay the Princess, and someone tells us to kill this princess. They don't give us a reason why, so we're trying to break out of whatever loop this is. Yeah, Anna, she's starting to transform. I don't know why.
Well, if it doesn't matter, then she can go first. We may be in this together, but that doesn't mean we have to trust her. Somebody has to go first, and it might as well be us. We're the ones who broke her trust last time. You're talking a lot about trusting someone who, by her very definition, cannot be trusted. I don't know how many more warnings I have to dole out, but if you help her out of here, you're going to regret it.
Is she gonna stab me? I'm about it. I'm gonna step onto the stairs.
That's right. You're the one who's going first. Don't worry, I'll be right behind you watching every single thing you do.
That's exactly what I'm worried about.
You step onto the stairs and begin your ascent from the basement. The princess follows close on your heels, perhaps even a little closer than you'd like.
You're only saying that because you want us to feel nervous.
Period.
I do want those things, but I want them for a good reason. I don't need you to trust me for my sake, because I already know that I'm right. This is for you.
Oh, okay.
Can we walk backwards up the stairs? I think that's the smarter idea. She can't
That's
sneak
what I'm
in and
saying.
attack if we're facing her.
It is, Christy. It's a game of trust.
No. The stairs are a bunch of overgrown roots. You'll trip and hurt yourself.
Right, sure. I'm pretty skilled.
But
The princess is silent as you both continue the climb, and, in no time at all, the upstairs of the cabin is within reach.
Wow, we actually made it.
isn't that a relief? We're fine. Nothing happened.
You're not even going to wait until you're through that door to proudly claim your victory, are you?
Christy's like, I don't trust her. Yeah, the narrator is like taking control of my body and stuff and making me do stuff I don't want to do. I don't trust the narrator.
Why did you just say that?
I think we know why. You feel something dig into your shoulder, sharp and piercing. The princess clawing at you and pulling you down with her full weight. Together you tumble back down the uneven stairs, your body and hers crashing against the unyielding wooden roots, until finally you both separate with a bone-shaking thud against the
He
basement
controlled
floor.
her.
You feel something pop. The princess lands against the far wall, gasping as she struggles to recover from the impact.
No, he took over her. I don't think she did that on purpose.
You're still in shock,
Oh, never
trying
mind.
to get a hold of yourself.
Her face
She
changed
grins
up.
as you continue to remain exactly where you are, cackling derisively as she watches you realize that you won't be getting up.
Wait, why won't we be getting up?
I'm afraid your back is broken. One unlucky fall is all it takes, really, and
What is
you
wrong
had
with my
several.
hand?
You know what? I'll say it. That sucks. I don't like having a broken back.
Same.
We were going to help her. Why? Why did she do that? It's what I would have done. Have you considered not being like that? Of course not. It's what keeps us alive.
Yes, I think I'm like some orc or something. I don't know what I am.
And yet here we are, paralysed
It
and
won't let
stuck
us
with
look at
someone who
ourselves.
hates us in the basement of a remote cabin.
You must have known this was coming. The arrogance of turning your back to me after everything you've done.
Girl, we were just getting out. Are you this stupid? We could have just gotten out of here if we just trusted each other.
Why would I ever trust you? Your hands have spilled my blood. And knowing that, you should never have trusted me either. You should have known I would never walk hand in hand with a loathsome thing like you.
So you'd rather stay down here and die?
By our very natures, only one of us could make it upstairs unscathed. Someone had to make the first move. Better me than you.
See, this is why I wanted her to go first. I had this whole little scheme planned.
Oh, do we
where once
trade
she passed by the
places?
table upstairs, I'd have said, now pick up the blade and stab her in the back. And then you'd say something like, wow, that's an amazing idea that I never saw coming. Thanks for looking out for us.
Spinal.
And then you would have done it and we wouldn't be stuck down here with a broken back.
But her back is broken too.
There's just one problem with that. And what's that? She was clearly planning to betray us. And if she was in front of us, she would have gotten to the blade first.
Exactly.
Ugh, you're right, aren't you? I thought this whole thing was ironclad, but really it was doomed from the start,
She's been
wasn't
transforming, Christy. This is our second, chapter, and she looked like a princess in the first one, and she's starting to, transform, and I don't know what is going on.
The princess's body twitches as she tries to get up. Ho ho ho! So she's got it as bad as us.
Something inside me is broken. Isn't that a cruel twist of the knife? Isn't that so funny?
She eyes you with intensity, silence falling between you for a long moment as her gaze travels up and down your battered form.
Ugh.
Seems I'm not the only one, though.
Wait, are we both just stuck here?
Good.
Certainly seems that way. What a way to go. But look on the bright side. In all this chaos, you may have actually managed to deliver a lethal wound. The world could be saved after all.
Right.
We're going to die together. Isn't that a lovely treat? I wonder how long it'll take. Maybe I'll get to watch the worms lick your bones clean.
Is that really what's going to happen then?
Get out of here.
Hello? Are you still there?
Oh, no.
What happens next?
I'm mad at us. I'm mad at us sitting here fighting each other when all we got to do is trust each other just the once. Oh, he doesn't respond.
I think he's gone.
Something strange is twisting this place out of shape. I wasn't feeling much of anything, but now I feel cold.
Huh? But you don't get the chance to respond. Something has taken her away, and it's left something else in her place.
She's gone. Where did she go?
They are,
Should
Anna.
we try and find her? And there's that mirror again. Why is it here? Why now? I'm begging you, don't do this.
Why not?
It's different now. It feels, I don't know, final. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
Just look at the mirror, y'all.
This doesn't feel right. It feels different. Final. If he thinks it's bad, I'm with him.
The voices feel small, distant as you approach. All right, y'all, we got one choice. We're gonna gaze into its reflection. Silence as you reach forward. They're gone, but the mirror remains. It's time for you to see what's in it. Girl, is that me? Oh my God! I need to exfoliate. Oh, you are alone in a place that is empty. It is quiet here. Hey, Angel. We're going to the We are at the cabin. Remember, this game is kind of gory, everyone. So, just letting you know, it might have some very disturbing images. Just don't want you to get caught unawares. We made it to the cabin. You recognize the princess inhabiting the shell. It is the entity that dwells in the spaces between. The presence. Oh, sorry, not the princess. The presence. I remember them. They were talking about how they needed a shell. No, it ain't. Multiple everything.
Something returns to the long quiet.
It has surrendered its path of annihilation and brings me the gift of a fragile vessel.
So we took her to the nothing? Are you the one who sent me to slay the princess?
I have only just now stirred to consciousness. I could not have trapped you here, and I too yearn to be free.
What are we doing? You can attack the entity or... Oh my god, danger. Were you spoiling it for real? Hmm? 'Cause I looked in the mirror. I hit the Dougie. I'm sick.
Vague recollections, empty tunnels without a mouth.
She keeps lifting the arms up.
I'm sorry if I frightened you.
She keeps moving this little bot. It says destroy your body or attack the entity. What happens now?
Nothing, as we are. But I know that there are worlds beyond us, and that we are meant to reach them.
Glad you're okay, Mango.
There is no exit, but this vessel is a creature of perception. She can make you forget, if only you believe her to be able to.
What? This is Kingdom Hearts. No, I don't think she's the same because she didn't... Ugh. Damn.
Bring me more perspectives so that I may be whole, and perhaps then we will know our freedom.
I'm bringing her bodies? Oh, I don't have the attack her option now. Right, Doc, I'm sitting here trying to figure out...
You ask of things that cannot be done. To destroy is merely to reshape, to remold.
Jesus Christ. You're being semantic.
How can I know? I am flickers in something sprawling and unilluminated.
Ugh. Now I gotta say, make me forget.
More than you have found, but less than there are to find. I am infinite. The rest will find their own way home.
She said, you found one. That's what she said. Now I gotta forget.
She asks that I tell you to remember her.
Oh, she took her body. She took that. So the princess we encountered, she's talking through. Oh no, this is... feels kind of like an eldritch horror.
You won't.
You won't. That was crazy. Welcome back from the welcome back from the ad break. Oh my god. She just killed us. That is hilarious. Screaming. Now we gotta start over.
You're on a path in the woods. You're here to slay her.
Okay. Let's just go to the cabin. We don't need to ask
You
any
make
more
a warning.
questions.
She will... We're not going to ignore. The interior of the cabin is almost entirely bare. The blade.
I'm just gonna enter the basement. We're gonna go the nice route. Yes, it does, Christy.
The door
Anna's
to the
like, I
basement
hate this
creaks
game.
open, revealing a staircase faintly
Made the
illuminated by an
cats jump,
unseen
Danger?
light in the room below. Her
Hello?
is.
All right, so
don't
she's nice now because we didn't take the knife. So we could lie and say I'm here to save you, or we could just say I'm here to save you.
Good. You're still listening. You walk down the stairs.
I don't trust the narrator.
I am begging you.
Hi.
You're only making this.
Thank you.
You're making a huge. No. You're doing. You walk up. They're large and heavy.
I'm guessing you don't have the key.
Maybe it's doubtful.
Okay. I'll be
Does
here.
it
You
let
attempt
me
to make
up?
your way. Is someone else?
Oh, the sound.
Your shouts and you make it easier for everyone.
I heard the door slam.
There's a slight.
If I could just get out of these.
She barely. As she rips her flesh. It's the before.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
won't like what happens.
Gonna save the princess.
Against you cut into. The blade is sharp, and it takes little. Her limb falls to the ground. She didn't so much know. She smiled. How is she still
Thank you. Now let's get out of here.
Yeah, Christy. Yeah.
No.
Ain't for
We
the
won't
weak.
have any of that. The stakes are too high. You can't just let her escape into the world as the princess Wait, this isn't fair. You can't just do that. Watch me.
So maybe when she's nice, she tries to spare
What are you
us.
doing?
There. Oh, it's all blanked out now.
Stop that.
Something's come over you, hasn't it? You know you don't have to do this, right?
Your body lunges forward, the blade held low, ready to sink into her heart. But the princess dodges, stumbling back against the wall before the blade has a chance to connect. Stop it. Stop trying to resist me. I'm trying to get you out of here alive.
Yeah, that's exactly what Doc said. We're gonna try to resist.
The blade! Move the blade! As your body remains frozen in stubborn
See, she looks all
resistance,
princessy now.
the princess takes a cautious step forward.
We both know this isn't you.
She nervously reaches towards you and takes the blade from your infuriatingly rigid hands.
It feels like
what
it, Christy.
What are you doing?
I'm sorry. I'll try to be quick.
So, because we were nice to her in this run, we can maybe she'll have a different perspective in the next run.
She plunges it into your chest, tearing through flesh and sinew. It is agony. But you aren't dead yet.
Oh no, I'm so sorry.
What is this act she's putting on? Because she knows how to. She is really. Because she's not. She's not this sweet little princess she's pretending to be. She does have paws. She could whoop. When we first played, she beat my ass. So I don't know why she's acting like she's hurting me.
Stay strong. We can tough it out until it's done. For her
Can
sake.
we?
For her sake. Don't you start pretending that dying a painful death is some sort of heroic whatever. She sinks the blade into your chest again and again
I
and
guess so,
again,
Will.
and you feel every inch of burning pain that slices its way into your body.
Well, thanks, narrator.
I'm sorry.
She doesn't know how to use a knife, does she?
She does.
Apparently not, though it doesn't matter how sloppy her knife work is, does it? A stab wound is still a stab wound, and it won't be long before you bleed out.
She doesn't remember this time. She remembers when we had a break like that, Christy, so you know how it shattered. Whenever it starts at chapter 1, she doesn't remember anything. But every chapter, what you've done in the last chapter, she remembers. Because that, when you walked in, that was the first time I've ever seen her remember anything. So right now she knows nothing about us.
I'm so sorry.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I mean to stab you.
With one last thrust of the knife, your legs give out beneath you. You collapse to the floor,
We should have been
your
on the
blood
ground.
pooling around you, your limbs unresponsive. The princess stares down at your ruined chest as tears carve rivulets of pink down her blood-spattered cheeks. It can't just end like this, right? Oh, that's rich coming from you. As much as I prefer for things to have gone differently, I can't deny the reality of what's happened. The two of you made your choice.
She's nice because I didn't
It's
betray her this time around. The first time when this happened, I didn't warn her. And it looked like I betrayed her trust.
Everything goes dark.
So now she
And you
trusts me,
die.
I hope. Apparently, this is a love story. I'm not feeling the love.
You're on a path in the
But
woods.
it's a love story.
And at the end of that path is a cabin. And in the basement of that cabin is a princess.
Same, Doc. Same.
You're here to slay her. If you don't, it will be the end of the world. My tricks? What on earth are you talking about? We just met for the first time. If he doesn't remember what happened, then maybe it's best to keep it that way. Yes, he didn't approve of us last time, did he?
Oh, the smitten.
If we're going to save our beloved, we'll have to be sneaky about it.
I've never met this personality before.
Our beloved?
This is so funny. Exactly, SOC. Exactly, Christy. We didn't betray her trust, so now she doesn't treat us like gum on the street.
Yes, you'll have to be very sneaky about your intentions if you're going to try and save the princess. Ah, so all of the cards are on the table. Then you should know that we and the princess are in love, and the four of us will be foiling any and all
Who are the
assassination
four
attempts
of us?
you've got in the works.
I'm still struggling to remember who the four of us are. The narrator, these two voices, and then us. Okay, that's who the four of us are. Me, the player, the narrator, and these two voices. That's gotta be it. I'm trying to use my head, Christy. It's difficult.
We'll see about that. Whatever you do, just be sure to ignore him specifically. It sounds like he's the sort who'd sacrifice the whole world for a peck on the cheek. What can I say? A world without love is a world that isn't worth saving.
You heard the man.
A warning. Before she will lie. We already told you we're not playing along with your little game. It's your lies that can't be trusted. Her beauty is the only thing in the world we can believe in.
Crazy.
I think we've already been over this. I'm pretty sure he just likes the sound of his own voice.
I know. Yeah, time's passing so quickly. Already halfway through the year.
I do, but I also speak from the heart. My passions are too great to be stifled. They must be expressed. Sure, yeah, your passions are strong and all, but not everyone needs to hear them. Some things are better kept quiet. Don't pay their bickering any mind. Focus on the task ahead.
Guess we're going into the cabin. I need to make a list of conventions, Christy, so I
The
can...
interior of the cabin is clean and elegant, its stone walls draped in fine threaded tapestries,
This is
a
different.
prison befitting a royal prisoner. The only furniture of note is an ornate wooden table with a pristine blade perched on its edge. The blade is your implement. You'll need it if you want to do this right.
So the mirror is a sign. Right? Chrissy, yeah, I hope so. I hope I can do next year. I'll definitely be doing this one for NA. But yeah, it'd be cool to do the EU again. I know, right? I feel you. Yeah, the mirror's back. So I don't know if I'm supposed to snitch on the mirror, y'all. We could do so many different things here. But if we take the blade downstairs, she might have something. We need to build. Let's go down. Yeah, I'm gonna say the mirror's a sign. Oh, it left!
The door to the basement creaks open, revealing an intricate stairwell. Gold-trimmed carpet glimmers in the light of the torches positioned along the walls. The basement almost seems welcoming in the dim firelight.
Right.
But it's still a stone basement. If the princess lives here, slaying her is probably doing her a favor.
Sure.
A soft voice carries up the stairs.
Hello? Is someone there?
Is she just gonna keep killing me?
Her voice. It's somehow even more beautiful than last time. I can hear wedding bells already.
This man.
I've held my tongue till now, but you're taking this a little too far. We barely even know the princess. We can still do right by her without all this
Basically
over-the-top fawning. Yes, for everyone's sake, you're not in love. Just remember
Yeah,
that her
Christy, I don't know
charms
how I'm
are
beating this
all
game.
part
I
of the
feel lost.
manipulation. You walk down the stairs and lock eyes with the princess. There's
She's
a heavy
fine.
chain around her wrist, binding her to the far wall. My love, we're here to rescue you from your unjust and foul imprisonment.
You know she can't hear you, right?
It's embarrassing.
She may not be able to hear my words, but surely she can hear my spirit.
Oh, your spirit's plenty loud, all right.
It's you, my dashing hero. I was so worried you wouldn't come back.
See, she knows us.
Did you hear that? She said we're dashing.
And she called us a hero. Flattery really goes a long way with the two of you, doesn't it? Waiting for you to come back. I didn't want to believe your ravings back in the woods, but this is next to incontrovertible evidence. You've been here before.
So now this is different because she trusts us now. She's not gonna stab us in the back on the way up the stairs.